It's been a roller coaster, to say the least, watching all these DC movies, as Warner Brothers just scrambled to try to stick together this cinematic universe, which, by the way, took Marvel years to develop. But we're not here to talk about that. We now have a standalone origin movie about the Joker, set in the 80s and having nothing to do with the entire shared DC universe. Suicide Squad, Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, none of that exists in this universe. When I first heard about this movie, like most ideas that Warner Brothers just seems to be spitting out for future DC movies that end up not even getting made, I didn't really know what to think. I didn't really understand why we really need a Joker standalone movie without Batman. But the more I learn about it, the more I see about it, the more I kind of love the idea with some caution. Now, some people out there are like, it makes no sense that Batman's not in the movie. In this case, with the story they're going with, it does make sense. This is years before Batman even existed. Thomas Wayne actually is still alive, Batman's father, for those of you that don't know. And he's running for mayor of Gotham City, so just the fact that he's even alive ensures that there is most definitely no Batman here. So in this version of events, it's before Bruce Wayne's parents' murder, so he still has to be a kid. And in fact, you know what I think they're going with? I bet you they're going with the storyline that Joker killed Bruce Wayne's parents. I'm wondering if that's how this movie's going to end, by the way. I'm curious about that. That'd be interesting, because that goes in line with the old 1980s Batman movie. I wouldn't mind that. And I have to say, as far as comic book characters go, represented in movies, Joker has to be the one that's most deeply scrutinized among fans. So we got our first look at the Joker before he was the Joker. Looks like a regular guy, a little pedo looking, but a regular guy overall. And it seems like they're going with the whole failed comedian backstory of the character before he became the Joker and completely lost his mind, taking twisted revenge on society, or whatever motivation the writer feels like giving Joker at the time. I've seen a couple of videos on YouTube where creators are saying that this is made up, or they don't know why they're going with this story. This is actually something from the comics. One of the most popular Batman comics of all time, by the way, The Killing Joke. He's just a failed comedian, ends up being the Joker, loses his mind. That's where they got the idea from this. It's real. As real as a comic book can be, I suppose. I find it interesting to see that we're actually seeing this play out on film, since even in the comics, they acknowledge that Joker essentially has no real origin. And that's how I feel the character works best. His origin is always kept a mystery, and even in storylines where there's supposedly revelations about his origin, they always hint that these could be fake, or the result of a broken mind just making up stories. So that whole version of events could be Joker just making up a story for the reader that never happened. Which actually the Dark Knight movie played with that. When the Joker kept changing his story on how he got his scars, he just kept making a bunch of different things up. But that is complicated comic book talk. Movies are always simplified for general audiences, so I get it. Not only did we see regular Joker, we now finally saw Joker in costume. When I first saw the photo of this look, I think I stared at it for a good 5 minutes trying to decide if I liked it, but I actually kind of love it. The suit and the way he walks kind of reminds me a bit of Cesar Romero Joker from the 60s Batman series, mixed with the look of Heath Ledger's Joker. Because it does look vastly different from what we've seen before. They made him look more like a traditional clown, face paint, red nose and all. And making him look like this traditional clown makes sense, since he is the clown prince of crime. I guess he should look like a clown, instead of just a white face with lipstick. And as far as my favorite versions of the Joker, Heath Ledger has been my third favorite version of the Joker on screen. My first being Batman Animated Series Joker, Mark Hamill. That one, I don't feel that one can ever be surpassed. And the second one being Jack Nicholson's classic 80s Joker. I love that version of the Joker. He's goofy, he's hilarious. I feel like they're going to do a good job with this one, especially seeing the footage. We've got the subway footage where it looks like, I'm going to assume he learns how to do his Joker gas, and he's gassing a subway here or something, and everyone's panicking. As far as the last time around we got the Joker, I absolutely hated Jared Leto's Joker in every way imaginable. I can't express how much I hated that version of the character. And I'm glad we're going back to this version of the character where essentially less is more. You don't have that dumbass damage tattoo on your forehead, crazy bling. It's so over exaggerated. I could not take it seriously. Hot Topic Joker. That's what I call him. I'm interested in hearing from all of you, though. What's your favorite version of the Joker? What are your thoughts on this movie? Do you like it? It seems that looking online, everyone seems to have a different opinion on this. I, for one, think this is a good direction for DC to be going, making these standalone movies. As much as I love shared universes and love how Marvel has done it, they're the ones that invented the formula on how to do it. And I think it's more of a problem with Warner Brothers, not DC. You know, all the big-wig top executives over in corporate headquarters at Warner Brothers that make all these creative decisions of things they know nothing about. They've proven that they don't know how to handle a shared cinematic universe. They don't know how to make it. So let's get Aquaman, Shazam, what else is coming? The Wonder Woman sequel. Let's just get it out in theaters, let it do however it's going to do, and then just drop the cinematic universe. Honestly, I would not care in the least. It's not needed at this point. This Joker movie is the first one in what DC's calling Worlds of DC. Kind of like the Elseworld story from the comics. Standalone stories that have nothing to do with the rest of the universe. And this is something I feel that the DC movies should jump into full force. It could be that one thing that sets them apart from Marvel. That one specialty that they have that no one else has been able to reproduce. Make strong standalone stories without having to force connections to other movies, especially when you don't know how to develop characters from movie to movie. Give us a movie based on Injustice. Give us a movie based on Batman Beyond. Give us a Batman Under the Red Hood movie. Take these standalone graphic novels, just turn it into one movie, and then move on to another story. I think fans, including myself, would eat that up if DC did that instead of just trying to copy what Marvel did. Curious about your thoughts on that, too. What do you guys think? Do you think I'm on the right track with where DC should go, or do you think I'm completely wrong and they should just buckle down and keep forcing this cinematic universe? But that's all I have for you today. We've got a new Joker, and it looks great. If you enjoyed this video, leave me a like and a comment down below letting me know. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on social media. You can also check out some of my other videos or click my Patreon link if you'd like to support GamerThumbTV. This is Fabian. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.